All right, let me see if I can do this in one take like Jay-Z. What's going on, everyone? This is John G, aka Mr. Go In, and today we're going to be talking about intermittent fasting. All right, so we're going to run through some of the pros and cons, and then also some of my experiences with it. All right, but first off, what is intermittent fasting? Well, first thing, it's not a diet. All right, it's a tool to use with whatever diet that you're on. So if you're doing paleo, keto, if it fits your macros, whatever it is, you can do those diets while intermittent fasting, okay? So there's two popular ways to intermittent fast. The first one is a 24-hour fast. So basically, you would eat dinner, then you don't eat nothing else until the next day's dinner. So you can drink water, you can drink anything as long as it doesn't have any calories. The second, and probably the most popular way to intermittent fast, is the 16-8. All right, so that's where you're fasting for 16 hours a day, and then you have an 8-hour eating window. So basically, you would wake up, you would skip breakfast, skip any kind of mid-morning snack. You can still drink water and all that, but you wouldn't have your first meal until about 12 o'clock. Then you would have your last meal around 8 o'clock. So that's your 8-hour eating window. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons around intermittent fasting. First, pro, schedule. If you have one of those types of jobs to where you just can't eat every 3 hours, you can't eat 6 meals a day, this would be very beneficial because you don't have to eat 6 meals. You can cut it to 2 meals or 3 meals. The second pro, you get to eat a lot more whenever you do eat. So sometimes when you're dieting, you're pretty hungry, you feel like you can't really eat a lot and fill up. When you're intermittent fasting, you can eat a lot of food because you only have 8 hours to get in all of the calories you need for the day. And the third pro is it's a little bit easier to deal with morning hunger pain as opposed to evening hunger pain, which will probably allow you not to binge. So what I mean by that is, when you wake up, you may get a little hungry, but then, as the day's going on, you're going about your business, you kind of forget about it and you're not so hungry. Plus, you have something to look forward to. At noon, you get to eat a lot of food. As opposed to, you're eating your 6 meals a day, they're kind of small, you're never really filled up, and then once you eat dinner, you're still hungry. So that's when, you open the freezer and you eat some ice cream, or you open the cupboard and you get some cookies, and that's the last thing you want to do in your diet. So with all those good things, what's bad about it? Glad you asked. So the first con, is it optimal for muscle growth? Now let me just say this real quick before you start commenting. Yes, I know there's a lot of people who do intermittent fast and they're jacked, they still have plenty of muscle. But the question is it optimal for muscle growth? There's been some studies to suggest it may not be. And why is that? Because when you only have an 8-hour window to get in all the protein you need, your body may work a little bit more efficiently in breaking down and utilizing that protein in the best manner if it has more time to do so, as opposed to jamming everything into 8 hours, and really in that 8 hours is probably only 2 or 3 meals. And you're talking about 100 grams of protein per meal or something like that. That's pretty hard on your kidneys. And then the second con, how social can you really be when you're doing intermittent fasting? You go out to eat, with your friends, unless it's within that 8-hour window, you're done for the day. So, how cool is it to where everybody's eating pizza or eating chips and dip, and you're over in the corner sucking on some water? But if you're doing flexible dieting, you could sort of tailor your meals around that sort of outing with your friends and you still be okay. So now that you know some of the pros and cons, let me give you some of my experiences with it. So I've done both methods. With the 24-hour fast, I'm just gonna say straight up, that was torture. And I say that because I'm somebody that wakes up hungry. Like in the first 5 to 10 minutes, I'm looking for food. It was difficult for me to do that fast. It was a long day. It was a lack of energy. I just canceled the gym that day. By the time I got to dinner, I felt very appreciative, really. Yeah, I have this hunger pain, but it's not something that I necessarily have to go through. This is something that I was just experimenting with. So first and last time I did the 24-hour fast, didn't do it again. So then I tried the 16/8 fast, and the plan was I was gonna do it for a week. Again, I woke up hungry, but I figured, you know, hey, I got till noon, you know, no problem. So I ate lunch, but the thing was, I had to fit in more calories at lunch than what I usually eat. And remember, I'm used to eating like 6 small meals a day. Even when I ate my traditional lunch, I ate more calories that I would have had like with breakfast and like a mid-morning snack, and I just felt stuffed like a pig. And then when I went to the gym to work out, I still felt kind of stuffed and I didn't have a very good workout. And then by the time I had to eat dinner, I had all these calories to eat because I was just trying to eat maintenance calories, and I still had all these calories to eat, and I couldn't eat all of the calories that I wanted to at dinner. I just couldn't fit it all in. I just didn't feel like eating that much food. So, you know, that got me thinking, if you're dieting like on a cut, maybe intermittent fasting is a good idea because you may not end up wanting to eat so much food. But to me, it's still sort of a chore to do it. So I only lasted on it for 2 days, and I said, you know what, this is not for me. But if you're somebody that maybe you don't like to eat breakfast, give this a shot. That's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you learned a little something, be sure to hit like on the video. Comment below on your thoughts of intermittent fasting. If you've tried it, your experiences. Till next time. So if you go out to, you have one of those types of jobs where if you have what's the first call? So there's 2 really popular ways to do IF. I'm just gonna call it IF because, you know, I'm tired of saying intermittent.